Hey, Wolf. I'm ready for the next episode. Wolfie? What's this? A page? Always watches, no eyes. What does that mean? Wait. Flip over. Okay.
Dear Midnight, sorry I'm not there. I kinda am at a convention right now. So, I guess I leave it up to you. Good luck, and try not to do anything stupid. Thanks, bye.
Well, I guess I'm on my own for this episode. This is gonna be something new. Note to self, return this page later. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Midnight and... Well, I guess it can't be Midnight and Midnight anymore. Not yet, anyway. Apparently Wolfie will be back soon, but until then, you just have me. Well, this episode was quite interesting, actually. So let's get right down to it. Okay, the first thing I want to discuss is the Ponyville resident vet. Now we know why she's become so popular, because of Fluttershy. But another thing we learned is that deer aren't sentient. So what does that mean for the antlers? Okay, getting way off topic here. So, Fluttershy decides to build an animal sanctuary for animals that have been treated but don't want to leave Ponyville. I like this idea. It shows her care for her animals, but also her development and determination, let's say. I also like how they managed to finally write Fluttershy as more assertive without being that. So, let's analyze who she hired, or rather not who she hired, but her friends. Pinkie Pie hires a construction pony. Okay, interesting. However, as a construction pony, isn't building things and following other ideas part of your job? Like, you don't make the blueprints. Someone else makes them, and you follow them. That makes sense to me. But no. He just decides on a whim that this building should be like this and not like that. That doesn't seem right to me, but I digress. Now, as for who Applejack hired, I can see the connection, but I'm pretty sure Applejack just didn't understand the entire idea of an animal sanctuary. Animal sanctuaries back on Earth were more open, like Fluttershy wanted. No real ceilings, just nature. They were a sanctuary, a place of safety. But this was more of a different type of safety. Ugh. Anyway, the final one. Who Rarity added. As you all know, Rarity is the least favorite of my main 6 characters, but now we see something else. A worse character. Someone who thinks their ideas are much, much better than anyone else's. That's called arrogance, my friend, and you have a ton of it. I don't like this guy, for various reasons. First, he's a fashion designer, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fashion designers, but he's a fashion designer who won't listen to reason, and that is the worst kind of fashion designer to me. Now, if you can reason with a fashion designer, okay, but if they immediately take charge of a project and deliberately ignore what you say, as well as think their ideas are better, get a better fashion designer. Now, Fluttershy, as we know, is actually a model. Well, not anymore, but she was. And in that case, she'd know more about designing than a lot of ponies. This comes in handy with her design of the sanctuary. And I do like how she had 1 part rock, 1 part tree for pretty much every animal that could be in that neck of the woods, if you'll pardon the pun. And finally, who she actually hired to get the job done. Big Daddy McColt. Oh dear. I didn't even think we'd see him again in this season. But I was wrong. And oh boy, I'm glad was I wrong. In the Hooffields and the McCoults, which we haven't done a review of, by the way, I did like how the families were portrayed. The Hooffields were portrayed as good at growing, but not very good at building. And the McCoults were portrayed as good with building, but not so much for growing. They helped without helping each other. It was a very interesting relationship, but I don't think we're going to be getting into that anytime soon anyway. So, she hires Big Daddy McCoult, and with that, she manages to finish the sanctuary in record time, as you would expect. The lesson here was very interesting. If you think you can get something done, then you probably can. You just need to be smart about it. Fluttershy was smart, but the people she hired, not so much. I've been in that situation. And I know with the wrong kind of influence, things can go pretty badly. But with the right kind of influence, well, you saw Fluttershy's sanctuary. What do you think happened? Thank you all for once again joining me on another episode of, well, I guess this is still Midnight and Midnight. I have no idea what's going to happen now. I hope Wolfie comes back soon. I've got something to tell her. But either way, see you in the next world.